Quiet. Hey guys, I want to give you guys a reaction. I want to get a reaction on my Jazzy life. First of all, Miss Jazzy, I was in your actual live stream and you basically told me to shut up. First of all, girl, don't you ever in your life ever tell me to shut up. I have just as right as much to speak as you do to document the neglect and put it up there and get paid to do it. But anyway, girl, let me tell you something. The whole internet is dragging you. I just was telling you what everybody else wanted to say. So you have people that actually pat you on the back and basically hold you up in your wrongness. So that's why you think the stuff you're doing that is cute. You been getting away with this for a minute. You document the neglect, and most importantly, you're not trying to do nothing. You ought to be ashamed of yourself being a mother that if somebody's asking you to cut that child's hair and your only response is certain stuff that's smart and don't make any sense. Now, at the end of the day, we can tell that you're not cutting his hair because not only are you neglectful as a mother, but most important, you're just doing it out of spite. If you cut that child's hair, his hair will grow back like it's supposed to, and it will probably go back evenly. He's 1 year old. He's supposed to have a first haircut anyway. So what's the problem? Why can't you do that? Hey, I would sit back and watch you for years just do that to all your children. Aiden need a haircut. Your oldest daughter, she sit there and have braids in there for too long. They start looking like dreads. If you cannot maintain what you're supposed to do for your children, Jasmine, then that's a problem. Now, if you're smart, you get you a work from home job. I mean, you already get on that act like you editing stuff and still be leaving stuff in there that ain't got no business being in there. So why not get you a job working from home? You can still YouTube. It's obvious you're not able to supplement your income. But it's still no excuse for that baby not to have a haircut. A haircut pretty much don't cost probably about $10. I'm not sure how much they cost in your state, but down here, a child that size can get a haircut all day long for $10. I have a child, but I had to pay $20 for him. It's double. And even if it is $20, it's worth it. That child needs to look like something. It's obvious you can't take care of the hair because it's not only matting up, but it's actually dry. And on top of that, he's too young to walk around like he's 80 years old by the head. You gonna keep on, he gonna mess around, all his hair gonna be gone. You're not washing his hair, you ain't moisturizing, you ain't doing nothing. You just leaving it up there and letting it mat up and pat up. It's like that because of the helmets that he had on. And guess what? That's your fault. You was not giving the boy tummy time. You know, it's a shame that you got 5 children and you act like you ain't got none with the way that you treat them and how you care for them. Girl, nobody is wanting your life and tell me nothing jazzy about your life. You ought to be ashamed. Your mother ought to be ashamed. Most important, you need to do better. Philip sit up there. He act like he don't know what be going on with his children, but I guess he don't really care as long as he can, when you drop him off, that he can document and he can make him a little coin too. But see, it's the fact that y'all exploiting these children, but nobody's to the point that they're actually trying to take up for the children. Most important, do what's best for the welfare of the children. It's obvious that Chris don't care, because as a dad, he shouldn't even want that child walking around like that. No. Cut his little hair, he could look like somebody. Because obviously you don't want to take care, you don't want to even wash his hair. You ain't washing it, you're not conditioning it, you ain't putting none in it. You can buy Vaseline and put in his little hair. That's a cheap way to put it, to keep his little hair moisturized. But what you need to do is cut it because it's matted up and it looks awful. But I'm pretty sure you know that, but you want the type of people, you want to push the issue, you feel like you right, and, you know, people can't tell you nothing about your child. But at the end of the day, you're right. But if you look in the mirror and you don't see that child need a haircut, then something wrong with you. Then you get up there and show him Easter with those big buckle shoes he had on with all that guarded jewelry, he didn't even have his haircut. Why show him knowing that he still got all them patches on the back of his head? Now, people on the internet, they're not as nice as me about it. They basically talk about him. They actually call him Patches. I've seen channels that actually do that. They speak on him. They talk about him like a dog. But at the end of the day, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm just trying to spread light on it and let people know what type of parent you are. And I think a lot of people already know. Most people that's on YouTube already know who you are, what you doing, and this. Everybody got their opinion. But you got the people that actually be amen to you, and most importantly, letting you think that what you're doing is right. Ain't that right about what you're doing, Jab? You're just being neglectful and you're just able to document it, and most important, you're able to get paid for it. The boy needs a haircut. If you put him in the tub, you should be washing his hair at some point. If you don't do wash his hair once a week, he needs to wash his hair. Now, I wouldn't probably want to say nothing if you at least wash your hair, condition it, do something. Put some baby oil on it, something. But see, you need to get him a haircut. You go everywhere but the barbershop. Then you tell the folks if I was cash up, you was going to get you some coffee. That's the problem. You drinking too much coffee, you're not taking care of your children. You need to not worry about your own selfish needs and do what you're supposed to do for your children. Ava is so small, it don't make no sense. Her brother ain't too far behind. You should not be feeding all the children the same amount of food on their plate. All their plates had the same amount of food. And then every time I turn around, you cooking spaghetti or either tacos. Do you think of anything else besides them 2 items to feed those children? And the only reason you feed them that because it's stretched. You ain't really got to do a whole lot. But I don't even see why you feed them that because you ain't putting much on their plate. If you don't put no food on their plate, they all going to be hungry. When you give them plates, they be snatching them plates, girl, because they hungry. The stuff you put on them plates, I would never. My son don't get a grown person's portion, but he get enough so he feel like he's sufficient and he's full. And I'm going to feed him 3 meals a day and he going to get 2 snacks. See, I think the only time you feed them children is maybe when you decide that you want to make a video. You see what I'm saying? Then you get on Extra Jazz and Korea. You need to get on one of them channels and start making some food for your children. Do a shopping haul or something. Stop going there shopping like you a college student. You're a mother of 5 children. You shop like it's just you and Chris there. You don't have nothing there that can stretch. You ain't got no type of popsicles in there. You ain't got no type of meal and flour in there. You ain't frying nothing. You ain't boiling nothing. You ain't baking nothing. None of that. Girl, you are sad. You should feed your children if you don't do nothing else. That's a basic necessity. Outside of shelter. Those children are visibly hungry and they malnourished. You should be ashamed of yourself. Then you see them there showing the gifts that you made in the actual life. People ask you what they is. I want to tell her all she doing is setting herself up the bed. She wants y'all to cash up her. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing. The fact that she made that live, she wanted to be able to get either a cash app or she wanted to be able to get a super chat. That's why she went live about it. Why she ain't make it a regular video? See, Jasmine thinks she's slick. The next time you probably see her, she probably gonna have the twins and she gonna put them up in front of the camera like she do Kayla and the rest of them. Get the money and don't buy nothing of what she should be buying for them children. Jasmine get that money and pocket it. Then she thought it was cute to my she'll take the money if I gave it to her and buy coffee. First of all, I'm not finna cash up you nothing. You didn't even have to say that for me to know that you wouldn't take the money and do what you're supposed to do with it. Because that's the type of mother you are. A real mama ain't finna walk around with her child hair like that anyway unless she can't afford to get it cut. You can afford to get it cut. You just wait on the 21st. And when that come around, it's going to be a domino effect. We're going to see Chris. He going to be back. Because that's what he do. He don't come back around and be in the camera till about the 21st. Now, the weekend of the 21st and maybe till Monday, Tuesday next week, and whenever your funds dry up, we won't see Mr. Christopher no more. And just like I told you on Instagram, he don't care nothing about you or that baby. So stop putting that baby in the camera and coming up with these dumb captions. Like you a survivor. Yeah, those kids are survivors. Survivors of your neglect. My Jazzy life, you are just what the people call my shabby life. That's what you ought to name it. Just like the channel that was called My Shabby Life, that she didn't tell no lies on you. She basically documented what you put out there and you didn't like that. I'm pretty sure you and your other minions are the reason why that channel is not what it was anymore. She was bringing awareness to your neglect and you didn't like it. Now, if you're to the point you like to watch stuff like that, go over there and watch My Shabby Life. Now, I'm not sure if you're able to go and see the videos now, but I think you can. You should be able to still see those videos what Jasmine has, how she doing those children, how she continues to do those children. Now, as far as the new little baby, she just neglectful to him as far as his hair. Now, I seen somebody screenshot it where she basically had the little boy pampered so full he couldn't even hardly move. That's all she doing is setting the stage. But yeah, I'm going to have to end this particular thing, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.